Business in today is very challenging, especially during the pandemic. No matter what industry you are in, digitalization and innovation is definitely on your to-do list. VentureGrab.com is a business opportunity platform. We focus to provide all kinds of business opportunity like franchise, licensing, partnership, and even buy-sell a business. Compared to the old school method, when you want to start a business, you need to do a lot of research. Now you can find all this information from VentureGrab.com. We make your 3 process faster and easier. With your business listing on VentureGrab.com, we help you to shout out your business opportunity to the right person. As of today, we have more than 50,000 potential business investor database within our platform. Besides all these marketing channels, we also provide further professional assistance whenever you need it, and we leave it to you to have direct discussion with the expert. Our platform is business opportunity and investor focused. To a business opportunity hunter, VentureGrab Investor Circle, VGIC. This is a great place to hunt for opportunity, from franchise to licensing, from partial shares to 100% buying off. You might have the chance to be the pioneer investor in local or overseas brands. SME owners who are looking to grow or expansion by acquisition of upstream or downstream businesses within the industry. Young entrepreneurs who are looking to start up a business with lower cost and innovative product and services. There are a variety of choices of business opportunity for you to choose and compare. There's no markup, no hidden cost, no agent fees, reduced cost on transaction and process. There is full business information within the platform for faster decision making. Lastly, I would like to take this opportunity to encourage every business owner out there, no matter how bad is the market, always stay positive and look for a solution. Like me, since MCO 1.0 until MCO 3.0, I just keep doing whatever I can think of and move on. You don't try, you don't know.
Welcome to Malaysia First Business Opportunity EXPO。
欢迎出席马来西亚首场生意机会博览会。
Opportunities always there, as long as you stay positive. Through this event, we want to share all the business opportunities, especially in franchise and licensing.
We actually has been in the franchise industry for the past 15 years. We are not just ensuring our quality is consistent. I think the support and also work through the progress between the franchisor and franchisee are important.
We use ingredients that come from France. Everything is authentic. What we do is actually very niche, so it's not easy for people to actually follow it and also copy. We are actually a very good option for those who are looking into a passive income model. Our initial start cost is actually catered according to your budget. We discussed and we figure out ways to actually work out deals for all our interested franchisees.
A unique selling point, Mr. Fish, we are actually voted #1 fishing noodle in Klang Valley. We are innovative and adaptive. We have the food consistency because we have the central kitchen with IQF glass freezer. And soon, we have ready-to-eat meals where you can up and eat it straight away. It's actually the current market trend and can increase monthly sales.
Daily Go 就是属于 Express Concept， 每一个 outlet 我们都会有1辆餐车，我们有不同的 design 去吸引很多的年轻人，所以我们在7月份呢，我们就正式会开始了。然后接下来每一个月大概是8到10辆，所以我们预计大概3年会开300间在马来西亚，所以这个是我们的一个策略。我们也会让茶饮的这个文化到达到另外一个高峰。根据这整个 MCO 的情况，我们想要让更多的人尝试创业。
BMS started in 1997. Now BMS currently we have 50 outlets in Malaysia. Northern there's 2 outlets. Central we have 40. Southern 4, and in Sarawak we have 4 outlets right now.
So through this event, we also want to grow and expand the business. We want to build SME business opportunity ecosystem.
The Selangor government is actually launching a 5 million matching grant, which we will provide 5,000 ringgit to each of the SMEs to subscribe to a digital service provider.
Lee & Partners, as international law firm, we are helping companies and associates from other countries to deal with matters in and out Malaysia. We will give you some ideas about franchise agreement and franchise system.
Everyone thought that MCO is a very bad timing to start business because see the numbers of F&B business closing down. But for us, risk equal to chance. And the risks are great, but the rewards are greater.
The biggest gain that I gain today will be the opportunity to easily meet and talk and share our business model to over 100 participants. I think it's a very good opportunity for all of us to still be able to connect and still find ways to progress even during these tough times.
A very good initiative brought by Venture Grab, and of course looking at the comparison between typical franchise exhibition that we have experienced before. Of course, this has a lot of convenience. At the same time, it can be quite engaging.
We believe that this is a right medium for us to reach out to the people and then to the potential investors.
这次的活动最大的收获就是也要谢谢 Venture Grab 给我们这样的机会去介绍 Mr. Fish， 然后也可以认识更多人哦。
有些点子是蛮特别，所以呢，可能是让我们学习，然后呢，也看到一两家公司我们有兴趣了，看有没有机会投资了。
从早上10点到2点，基本上就可以了解差不多接近10家的连锁，一下子就很知道他们的生意的模式啊，所以就比较有效率一些。
BOEX
Business Opportunity
E-Expo.
Nice.
This is a very good opportunity for Business Opportunity Expos. Pairing with the conventional expo, I would say this can be done at any time, any place. In fact, when I'm doing this, I'm just at my home. So I think that is a beautiful part. Okay, I think most important I would like to say is using the platform to share with everyone my experience?
Very new to us actually, because during this pandemics and everything we cannot do exhibitions and everything, so we go virtual instead. So I think this is a very good opportunity for us to reach out to as many people as possible.
It's able to help us to gather all the links in these events.
We'll actually participate for the next second business opportunity expo. Our client may be looking for all these opportunities, but they do not know where are the platforms to find out from. So this is a situation where we can introduce eXpo to our clients. And one thing, even though I myself as a lawyer, but who knows, maybe like 1 or 2 years later, I got a jackpot and so on, and then I may have this urge to run out a business myself.
Now Venture Grab for the past month or so, we realized it's a very good platform. So yes, joining this event in future will definitely be something that we will do correct.
Very good information. And it proves to be very competitive. So it also puts us on a very good framework, give us a lot of good benchmark that, these are the things that we can also offer for the future. So fantastic environment for today. And certainly looking forward to more enhancement by Venture Grab in the near future.
Venture Grab actually give a lot of supports, as in advertising materials, how to advertise, what to go on, and then the poster, everything is very useful and beneficial for us as a franchisor to expand more branding and get awareness, catch people eye to look into our poster, to easily share our business model to over 100 participants in the crowd.
Business opportunity eXpo.
Nice.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Business Kang Tao Live English. My name is Charles, your host for today. As usual, every Saturday, 8 p.m., I will be sharing with you great business opportunities. All right, so for Business Kang Tao Live, we do this every week, every Friday and every Saturday. So Friday, we have the Chinese version, and then on Saturday, we have the English version at the same time, 8 p.m. So we will invite all the business owners, the business guests that will share with you great Kang Tao. Okay, for those who don't know what Kang Tao means opportunity. So in our case, it's business opportunity. All right, so we have been doing this for quite some time already. I think it's 2-3 months already. So what have we been doing all this while? You can check out on our Facebook page. Okay, we actually started on our Venture Grab Facebook page. Now we move it into a brand new Business Kang Tao Show Facebook page because it's going to be a show on its own. So we have been running this for so long. What have we up to? So you can check out at our Business Kang Tao Show Facebook page. Okay, just search on Facebook and you can go like it immediately. Okay, so to give you a little bit of clip on what happened with the last 2 episodes. All right, so for last week, okay, we got a very powerful guest. Okay, he is from Old Town. Okay, his name is Hafiz. He's from Old Town. He shared with us what is the difference between a kiosk business and also a restaurant business. So if you are somebody who's thinking to start an F&B outlet and you are not sure on whether you want to start a kiosk or you want to start a restaurant, okay, do tune into that show and learn from Mr. Hafiz from Old Town. All right, so for the previous week, all right, so the week before that, we also have another F&B owner. Okay, he shared what is the state of F&B for the revival after MCO. Okay, because MCO, as everybody know, the F&B has been hit by MCO for very hard lah. So everybody is struggling, everybody is fighting. So Mr. Ray from Coffeeland has shared with us on how, what to expect for the revival F&B after MCO and how and what you should do, okay, to be on track to to get back on your feet for the F&B industry. All right, so if you like to know that as well, do check out on our Facebook page, Business Kang Tao Show. All right, so with this Business Kang Tao Show, we have we be running this for some time, and it is run by a company called Venture Grab. Is where I am, so you can see from my T-shirt. So what is this Venture Grab all about, and why are we doing all of this? Okay, so let me share a little bit before I invite up our very special guest for today. All right, so Venture Grab, we are a business opportunity platform where we connect business owners and with their business opportunities to the prospects that they want. Okay, so what do I mean by that? What do I mean by I connect business opportunities with prospects? So to give you a better illustration, let me show you a graph. Okay, so when we talk about business opportunities, we have all sorts. We can be franchises. There's also the investment opportunity. There's also business for sale, and there's also what we call as partial share seller. Okay, partial share means somebody that's looking for a business partner. So we connect them to the right audience that they want. Okay, namely for franchise, they're looking for franchisee. For issuers, for investment, they're looking for investors. Business for sale, they're looking for business buyers. So we are the middle ground to connect to these both parties. Okay, so if you would like to start a business or you're looking for business opportunity, do come out to venturegrab.com. All right, so when you come out to VentureGrab and look for a business, this is what it's going to look like. So if you see a business and you like the business, you want to know more about it, you can just click on the make appointment button and the business owners will receive your contact numbers and they will be in touch with you to have a further discussion. Okay, so one thing I would like to highlight is we have no agent fee, there's no markup fee, there's no fee in between. So just feel free, just click on it and then connect with the business owners and talk further. All right, so on venturegrab.com, you will see there is the search button over here, the search bar, not button, search bar. Then you click on the search button. Okay, so what you do, you just click on, you just type in the type of business you want, be it cafe, car wash, franchise, restaurant, whatever. Just search on it and you can see a lot of business opportunities waiting for you to grab. Okay, so for business owners out there, we do have a few ways to do it to help you to reach out to the right audience that you want. First is our advertising package. We have 3 packages, but I'm not going to talk so much about that. Okay, if you'd like to know more about how do you promote your business opportunity, do feel free to contact Venture Grab and look for me, Charles. All right, so for every one of you, this is how it's going to look like. Okay, like the one I showed you just now. When you advertise your business, you can have your pictures, you can have your videos, how you write. Okay, how you write to attract the right business buyers for you. Okay, so how you going to do that? I also have 10 tips to share with you how to sell your business efficiently every Tuesday and every Thursday at 11 a.m. on Zoom. Okay, so if you'd like to know more on how do you promote your business opportunity, scan the QR code, and then we will have a chat. Okay, so another way that we do it, we have our Business Opportunity E-Expo. This is an event where we have business owners, brand owners to pitch to you on what is their business opportunity all about. And the best part about it is once you see it, you like it, you can talk to the business owners directly. All right, so it's full transparency. Okay, through transparency, you can reach out to the owner directly. Okay, so for business owners, if you like to learn how to pitch to your the audience about your business opportunity in just 20 minutes, okay, to 200 over potential franchisees, do come and talk to us. Scan this QR code, or you can just come to VentureGrab and look for me, Charles. I will share with you how to do it. Okay, so these are the brands that has been with us for quite some time already. Okay, so they have used Venture Grab either through our POEF or through our advertising to promote their business opportunity. Okay, so now that is a brief introduction about Venture Grab. Now let's come back to the Kang Tao Show for today. Okay, so as I mentioned, Business Kang Tao Show is where we bring business owners out there to share with you their insights, their knowledge, and even Kang Tao opportunities for you. Okay, so who do we have for this week? Okay, this week is a very special week. Why? Because all this while I've been talking to a lot of F&B owners, a lot of owners are manufacturers, F&B owners. They all tell me the same thing. Charles, find people very hard, especially the F&B side, okay, and also the office side. Okay, why nowadays are very hard to find the candidates? Why people nowadays don't like? I thought a lot of people no job because of MCO. Okay, people got fired, people got retrenched. Okay, but still cannot find people. Why? Which is why, okay, I talked to my old friend, okay, Jess, who is the founder and CEO of the Job Majestic, which is a job portal. All right, so she will share with you on the 3 tips on how to find a good candidate in year 2022, which is next year lah. Okay, we have one more month left. All right, so without further ado, let's put your hands together and invite Miss Jess, okay, from Job Majestic. All right, so hi Jess. Cannot hear you, Jess.
Sorry. Hi, can you hear me right now?
Yes, can hear you very clear. Very
All right,
clear.
so is my voice okay? Yeah.
Yep, very clear. Your voice.
Okay. Thanks for inviting me for for these shows and share about a little bit of my 2 cents. And yeah, hi everyone.
All right. So welcome,
Mm.
Jess. It's great to have you here. Okay, it's also kind of
Mhm.
weird to speak to you like this on live. Okay, usually we just okay. So
Yes.
so Jess, perhaps you can share with everyone out there a little bit about you and what is Job Majestic all about.
Okay, hi everyone. For those who are online right now, right, perhaps you could say hello to us and good evenings. And I hope you guys already had your dinner. And today we're going to talk a little bit about the hiring trends of nowadays and also a little bit of tips how to hire people, especially Gen Z, especially young people nowadays. And first of all, maybe let me have a very quick introductions about myself. Okay, so basically my name is Jess and I'm from Job Majestic. So basically Job Majestic is a career platform and we are a multiple languages of a career platform. So it's in fact is more than just a career platform that we I should say that it is an integration platform between career, media, and also job site. So basically, if you log into our Facebook page, Job Majestic Facebook page, you will see that we actually share a lot of videos about career-related informations or something, some information about interview tips and so on. So basically, we are something like that. All right. So thanks, Charles, for inviting me for today's. Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for the sharing. And one thing I like about Job Majestic, okay, and because Job Majestic I see is pretty much similar to Venture Grab per se, okay, because
Mhm.
just that we are targeting to a totally different audience, okay, for
Yep.
totally different thing. But the method that we do, okay, we are also a platform, just like Job Majestic. Okay, we are also a media, like now we are having a media to share more about the business tips. Okay, for
Yeah.
your side, it's more about sharing on the
Hiring.
job career. All right. So
Mhm.
so let's go to the topic of today, which is the 3 tips to hire. But before that, perhaps you can share what's the situation right now when it comes to the hiring, because I hear so many bosses telling me the same thing. Charles, very hard to find people. All right. So you are in the industry. I was in the industry a few years ago, but I'm not sure about
Yeah.
the industry now. What's happening right now? Perhaps you can share.
Yeah. That's basically I would like to talk about this also. First of all, before we tap into the topic how to hire people, right? In fact, I should use the terms of how to attract talents. That would make more sense. Yeah, because nowadays it is getting more and more difficult to hire people, and I think employers out there, especially those bosses who are now on this show, I should say that we have to think of how to attract people instead of how to hire people. So before I talk about how to hire people and how to attract people, so let's talk about the job markets right now. Like just now, shares you did talk about like during pandemic, right? A lot of people mentioned that there are so many people jobless, but still we heard from the bosses is actually the other way around. Like many bosses actually told us, like me, they say that well, you know what? I always heard that pandemic, there are many people who are jobless. But when I want to hire people, it's extremely difficult for me to hire people. You know, it's like some of my clients that try different methods already. They actually post their job ads in different platforms in Facebook, but still, it's very hard for them to get applicants. So, if you ask me why is this happening in Malaysia right now, I should say that in today's market, right, it is called, I always call this kind of situation is a candidate market. Yeah, if compared to those days, if let's say if compared to maybe 5 years ago, like 5 years ago, or maybe even earlier, like 10 years ago, right, when we just started, when we just graduated, it's about employer market.
When we
Yeah,
started.
yeah, we reveal our age already.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like long time ago, like maybe like 5 years ago or even 10 years ago, right, that is employer markets. So employer market is those employers who are the one who choose their candidates, who choose their talents. So now is the other way around, is the candidates who choose their bosses. Yeah. So in this kind of situations, right, means that those young people nowadays, they have a lot of choices on their hand. All right. So if let's say they are not happy with you, then tomorrow, maybe they will just, disappear already. This is because they have plenty of choices on hand. It's unlike our days that we do not really have so much information, career related informations, that we don't have so much choices. But nowadays, young people, they have a lot of platforms they can access. They can simply find jobs through Facebook and through a lot of platforms. So basically, they won't worry about they can't find a job. So that actually make employers nowadays getting more and more difficult to get the right one. And second, employer nowadays, I believe, like inclusive me and you, right? We only want the best of the best, right? We only want to hire the good quality one. But the good quality one, the quality wise, right? It depends on how your employer branding is. So this one, maybe I will share a little bit of how to hire how to hire people in next year or in nowadays in today's market. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So having said that, also right now, let's talk a little bit more about the job site as a job site. Okay. Job Majestic. Because there's so many job sites out there. Okay, I don't name them lah. There's so many job sites out there. So what makes Job Majestic stand out and different from the rest of especially the big players?
Very good questions. Okay, there's actually a lot of people ask me about this. Okay, Job Majestic basically is a very, if you look at the first glance, you might feel that it's no difference between like those big players out there like JobStreet and those. But however, we are more than just a job site, and so far I could say that among all the job sites, right, Job Majestic actually provide a lot of career informations than other job sites. Yeah, and we are very aggressive doing a lot of career related workshops to employers and employees. Yeah, so far, if you notice, there are not many job sites are doing that, but we are the one who aggressively that promoting this kind of services to our employees and also employers. The reason why I created this job site, right, is because I feel that nowadays many people are getting lost. No matter employers or no matter employees nowadays, they're actually quite lost about their, okay, for employees, maybe they are quite lost about their career path, their career advancements. Yeah. For employers, perhaps they might be doubt of themselves also. Yeah, a lot of people think that being a boss is easy, but being a boss is also a learning process for a lot of people. Yeah. So for bosses also, they might want to learn how to manage people, how to retain talents, things like that. So I hope through Job Majestic, we are able to provide some sort of information about this, like career-related information for both employers and employees. So basically, these are the things that we are doing. So basically, we want to build an ecosystem, talent ecosystem. Yeah, because besides of Job Majestic, I do have my own recruitment agency, which is called JEV Management. So this is a completely different hiring solution. Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about that. The JEV consultation.
Management.
Right?
Yeah.
Management. So let's talk a little bit about that. So what's the difference between that and also a job site? Because agency and platform is actually two different things. I know, but the audience out there don't know. Perhaps you can share. Okay, what's the difference between the JEV and also the Job Majestic?
Yeah, I think a lot of people confused about my identity also. Yeah, they are always confused about whether I am the founder of Job Majestic or I am a recruiter. So guys, if you're on these shows, that thanks Charles for asking these questions and also allowed me a chance to share a little bit more about myself, about these two different business. But the same thing is both of them are hiring solutions, but just a different kind of structure. So basically, JEV Management is a fully licensed recruitment agency under Ministry of Human Resource, and we provide customized hiring solution for employers. For example, if let's say Venture Grab today's let's say Charles want to hire a business development manager. So basically, we will understand more about your hiring requirements. We will do all the filtering for you. So whenever we present the candidate to you, right, we will make sure that this candidate already fit all your hiring requirements. So what you need to do is you just need to interview that person and tell us that if you want to hire or not. Whereas Job Majestic is a hiring platform that you can post your job advertisements there in a very cheaper price. So basically these both solutions, right? One is a premium hiring solutions. The other one is a very affordable hiring solutions for those employers who want to hire people. So that's why I want to create these two things to fit in different hiring demand.
All right. So on what situation that agency is more suitable or a platform is more suitable other than the price lah? Okay, on what situation which one is more suitable? Let's say for Venture Grab, business manager, which one will be more suitable?
I think okay. Normally, I would do like this lah. For those clients who never engaged headhunting services before, normally I will ask the clients, right? I will advise the clients to use the affordable platform first. Okay, maybe I will advise them to use Facebook first, or Facebook is free and you can use different platform first. So whenever they really cannot find a good fit, then only I will advise them to engage headhunting services, because headhunting services, to be honest, is not cheap. Yeah, because it is a very time-consuming process and it involves in a lot of resources and also time. So I will ask my clients if, let's say, if the position is urgent or not. All right. If let's say the position is a very important positions, let's say these positions might be those C-level and above managerial positions, or when you are in a urgent situations. So I would advise that using headhunting services can actually save a lot of your time, because we already done all the filtering things. But if let's say today's you are a startup and hiring budget might be an issue for you, then probably you could consider using different job sites. Or maybe the position that you are looking for is very we call it general positions like customer service or admin, these kind of positions, right? I'm sure that it's quite easy to look around in a lot of job sites or Facebook. But if today we are talking about those hot positions, let's say digital marketing, IT positions, these kind of positions we always categorize at hot positions that you may consider using headhunting service.
Yep. All right. So for audience out there, if you have any questions, do feel free to ask Jess as well. Okay. If you're a candidate, also you can also feel free to ask. Okay. So now let's move on to the topic. Okay. So nowadays people say very hard to find people the one yang kan and all this kind of thing. So what should the employers do nowadays? Let's start from the beginning. Now I want to hire. I already picked it already. Don't know how to find. Okay. So what should I do? First step.
Okay. First of all, let's see how many bosses are now on our show, or if you are now looking for people, or if you are planning to hire people, perhaps you can leave your comments in the comment sections. So then maybe you can continue watching. Yeah. So Venture Grab is good thing means that Venture Grab is expanding. That's why you need more and more talents to join. That's good thing. Great. So, okay, talking about this, right? First of all, now, if let's imagine that you are actually planning to hire people, or maybe the bosses who are listening this show is planning to hire people. So first thing in our mind is, of course, we need to create a job advertisement, all right? Correct. So it's just like marketing things. We need to create a content, but in hiring, then we call it job advertisement, job ad. So when it comes to job ad is the most important thing to attract applicant. If you cannot create a job ad, basically you don't have applicant. Yeah, but
Correct.
you might be surprised. Many employers have this difficulty in creating a good job ad. Okay, so first of all, like you asked me, like share with the audience few tips on how to attract talents these days. So when you create this job ad, the first thing is you need to understand your company culture. Company culture. So what we call this is employer branding, basically employer branding. Yeah, you know what? When we scroll Facebook groups, right? I always scroll Facebook group because this is part of my job, right? So I always see those job ads. It's very simple one. Super simple. Let's say the restaurant, maybe a Western restaurant or a new cafe, and they want to look for chef and they want to look for baristas. So their ad is very simple. Basically, they will say, we are ABC Cafe in Puchong. We are now looking for 3 barista. Salary 2,000. If interested, send me your resume. Something like that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the very common job ad. So whenever I see this kind of job ads, right, I'm like, actually this kind of job ads, it can be so much better. Yeah, so much better. Like what we can do is we can that's what we call employer branding. Employer branding is like you need to think of what are the selling points about your companies, right? And then you need to relate that in the job ad and post it and get it posted. Yeah. And talking about employer branding, right? Because this is very important to attract people nowadays. So employer branding, whenever I mention these terms, employer branding, a lot of people will get confused and they will feel that this word is very complicated. Employer branding, what's that about? So some even told me, like some bosses out there, or maybe some startups, they even said that, Jessa, my company not fancy one, very simple and I don't have bean bags or I don't have
No bean bags,
no bean bags.
not like Google got free lunch, free buffet lunch.
Yeah, no, very simple only. Then how just in this case, how should I actually create a good employer branding? So these are the dilemmas of some of the bosses, some of the entrepreneurs, some of the startups that they might feel quite kanjiong a little bit, like they might feel a bit low self-esteem because they don't have a very fancy office to attract people. But look, let me share with you these stories. When I started my recruitment firms, right, it was like 2016, during 2016, so it's like how many years ago? 6 years ago,
Don't
yeah.
count.
So
Don't count.
yeah, don't need to count. Yeah, so when, just to share with you guys, like the employers out there, or maybe some startups owners, that you might not have a very good facilities, or you might not have very good kind of office. So let me share with you, when I started my recruitment firms, right, I actually started in a very small studio. Yeah, I rented like 600 square feet only. Me and my partner, we didn't even have staffs. Yeah, only me and my partners, that we both run the whole recruitment agency. And the whole studio, right, can only fit 2 to 3 tables like that. It's a very small places, but still quite fortunate to say that we're still able to hire people, we're still able to hire full-timers, and we're still able to hire some interns. Yeah, the reason why is because let me enhance this. Don't get confused about working environments and working culture.
Yep.
All right. So let me emphasize this again. Working culture does not equal to work environment. Yeah. So during the times, right, when I start my business, I only have a very small studio where I can't really fit more than 10 people. That how I actually sell my brand, how I actually attract people to join me is because at that time I was thinking, if today I don't really have fancy working environment to sell, then what are the things that I can sell? Then I sell culture lor. Yeah, working culture. So this is the thing, that when you need to create the job ad, right, when you need to hire people, first of all, if you don't have fancy working environment, that is fine. Yeah. So you need to think of what kind of company culture that your company is. That is very important. Because whenever you want to find these people, right, no matter how capable this person is, if let's say this person cannot fit your company culture, also no use one.
Yes,
This
correct.
person's eventually he or she will just leave. And as a boss, we're very kick some lah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Very
it's very yeah, it's very some. You know, as a boss, the thing that we very scared to receive is resignation letter.
Yes.
Yeah, I believe the bosses out there, like none of or the leaders out there, right, the managers level, managerial positions, or maybe bosses out there, I believe none of us love to receive this resignation letter. So, and talking about this, maybe I can share with you a little stories that I have few friends actually recently talk to me about like how to manage people, this kind of topic. So and I have a friend recently, right? He encountered a scenario that he has three staffs resign at the same time during the same month. So 3 employees resigned during the same month. So making him a little bit upset. And he also has some self-doubts because he said that I already done my very best. Okay, I already provide them, you know, guidance, support, this and that. I talk to them, but at the end of the day, also, I can't really keep them. So basically, my friend is a little bit upset during that time. So that times, my advices for him is don't blame yourself. Okay, don't blame yourself if you already done your very best. Okay, so if you already done your very best, then you have to think maybe that person, he just cannot fit your company culture. So this is not your fault, you know. So that's why I say when it comes to first step to hire people, you need to think of your company culture. What's your company culture? And this is very important, because whenever you get your applicants, you need to do interview, you need to conduct interview, right? So when you conduct interview also, the first, one of the most important criteria of this interview question is you need to test whether this person can actually fit your company culture or not. Otherwise, if you hire this person, if you cannot fit, also cannot one.
Yeah. In a way, it's a bit wasting everybody's time.
Exactly. But still, a lot of people, a lot of bosses out there, right? They don't know how to identify their company culture one. Yeah. So that's the very important things that you need to identify your company culture. What's your company culture is. Yeah.
So let's take the barista example, the cafe I'm a cafe in Puchong, 2,000 ringgit. Yeah. So how can this improve? So there's the imaginary scenario lah. I have a cafe. Okay. So I want to hire 3 baristas for myself. So how can I improve that kind of ad?
Okay.
Example.
I'm not sure if my team are now on this show or not. Hey, if you guys, from those Job Majestic or JB, say hello to me, and perhaps you could also share your opinions how to create a good job ad about this. Okay, so normally when we need to hire the barista, let's say the cafe, right? Besides of salary, of course, salary is the most attractive part lah. When we look for a job, straight away we will look at the figure first. Okay, so besides of figure, right? Besides of money, then we have to think about some of the non-monetary factors that can attract talents. So what are these? Perhaps you could think of your brand name, all right, your location, working environment, career exposure. Yeah, so these are the things that you could think of and relate that in your job ad. Okay, for example, if let's say the cafe you mentioned is a good franchise, okay, maybe it's Old Town or what right? So it's a very big brand So some people are attracted to big brand one because they would tend to feel that big brands more stable. Right?
Yes, correct.
Especially in this pandemic, they will say, "Oh, your company stable or not?" Okay, so since the brand itself is good enough and is so well established, so perhaps you could actually mention that in the job ad. But of course, I understand some of the employers, they have concerns that they don't want to reveal their brand name, but then you can give a little bit of hints. Okay, for example, you could put, we are a well-established coffee chains in Malaysia that have more than 30 outlets, something like that. So you don't have to exactly put the brand name, but agak lah, people will know about what's that law. Okay, and then you might think of the location, whether it is strategic or not. Because in Malaysia, we have conducted a survey before. We have conducted a surveys for job seekers. When it comes to choosing a job, what's the main factor that you would consider? Charles, do you know what are the things that they will consider? I mean, talking about this for job seekers, the question is, I asked some job seekers, I said, when it comes to seeking for a job, so what is your main priority? Okay, in terms of brand name, career exposure, salary, location, working environment. Try to guess.
I would say the first is the working environment,
First.
second location. First is working
Okay.
environment.
Okay, it's very near already. The answer is location.
Oh, number one.
Yeah. In
now change
Malaysia, I
already.
mean, yes, that's why I'm actually very surprised when we conducted this survey among 20 job seekers, if I'm not mistaken, and we asked these questions. So the answer is from this survey that we have done. The first priority when it comes to jobs, when it comes to job seeking for fresh grads, this is applied to fresh grads. Location is very, very important in Malaysia. Yeah. I'm not sure how Singapore and Hong Kong, because I never done this survey before, so it cannot based on my own opinions lah. But in Malaysia, location is very important. So if let's say your cafe is located in a very strategic location, let's say it's inside a shopping mall, then you could mention we are located in pavilions, we are located in blah 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 blah, which is walking distance to LRT station. So this is also another attractive point for people. A lot of times, right? Those people who are working as a barista or position like this, right? They might not have their own transport. So this might also is a bonus for them if let's say they could take LRT to arrive to the workplace. So if let's say your working location is so strategic, then you might put this kind of thing in the job ad. All right. If let's say your cafe that provide hostel or accommodations, then you could also put them accommodation is provided. If let's say your accommodation is a very good accommodations, like some of the bosses very generous one, okay, they rent a very good apartment for their staffs, then you could actually mention service apartment for our staff, something like that. To make it even more outstanding, you could actually insert the picture of the hostel in the job ad. Yeah, this is a very good point to attract people to apply your job. So basically, these are the few tips when it comes to create a job ads. Instead of just saying that what company looking for what position, salary, this right, and PM me if interested, there are a lot of things that you could actually insert.
So let's take
insert
Venture Grab
here.
as an example. So Venture Grab, okay, a well-established and fast-growing startup. Then location, we are in a mall, Atria Mall. So in the mall, there's a lot of mall facilities also, and a lot of things to eat around here, and easy parking. In a way.
Oh, I think the attractive points of Venture Grabs are more than what you said just now. Okay. Basically, you are a fast expanding startups, and what you can sell about Venture Grab is the opportunities, resources, because young people, they love resources, they love that. Okay, but Venture Grab, look at Venture Grab. Venture Grab is a platform that you have a very close relationships with different entrepreneurs, right? And then if you have a chance to work in Venture Grabs, basically you will get a lot of opportunities and exposure to liaise with different inspiring entrepreneurs. So this is just more than money, you see. So these are the things that you could insert in your job advertisement or whatever platform that you are using lah. You can actually tell people like this. So I believe that this is a very good selling point. If I'm a young people, or even though I'm not that young also, this is a selling point for me, right? I mean, who doesn't want to have more connections? And now choosing a company that allow you to have this kind of connections and rapport with different entrepreneurs, I think this is a quite an attractive point also when it comes to attract talents.
Yes, that is one of our main selling point when it comes to our job ads. Okay, because the way we portray and not,
Yeah.
I don't want to say sell lah. The way we offer, okay, is first you get the chance to meet a lot of inspiring entrepreneurs, and these entrepreneurs, right, are not those kecil entrepreneurs. They are all big bosses. Okay, people like Old Town, people like the Alley, all these people.
Yeah.
So another thing is we also offer in a way that for those that aspire to be an entrepreneur, to do business and whatever, okay, this is a good platform for them to learn. Okay, learn how to do business and also get to know more people and build your own network strength as well. Another thing is because we are a platform, we do so many things. We are a platform, we do marketing, we do events. Events also got online and also offline. Right now we are at the KLCC's expo as well. So you get to learn all these different various traits in the business as well. So do you think that's a very good selling point?
Joint venture grab.
Yes, joint venture grab. So candidates, if you're watching, we are hiring.
Yeah. You can actually post the job ad in our Job Majestic as well, and and see if there are any applicants would apply. Yeah, we will also try to highlight that also in our page. Yeah.
Yes.
What positions that you're looking to hire?
We are looking for a few actually. One is we call it the inside sales. Inside sales. Okay, basically is to do sales lah. Okay, because our sales is very online. Hence why we put it inside. You don't really need to go out and meet the clients because also MCO lah. So there's no there's restriction. So don't need really to go out. Another one is we are looking for digital marketing. Okay, because we do a lot of marketing stuff lah. Okay, like now, even a show like this is considered one of our marketing. So we need a lot of people under the marketing side as well. And plus, we do marketing for our clients. So the marketing also is to help our clients.
All right. I think the positions that you're looking right now, the venture grab is looking right now, right, is considered hot positions that I just mentioned. Yeah, like digital marketing, sales related positions, right? This is a very it's very demanding positions in the job market right now. Even though during pandemic, right, last year and this year, a lot of people said that job opportunities are not as many as those days, but depends on what industry I would say it. If let's say talking about sales related positions, IT positions, digital marketing kind of positions, right? In fact, they are increasing.
Yes.
Yeah, they're increasing. So yeah, it depends on what industries though. That's why a lot of people have this myth when talk about job opportunities during pandemic. Many of them would think that during pandemic, a lot of people, they lost their jobs. Yeah, that's true. But perhaps this is only referred to blue collars or those industries like manufacturing industries or tourism industry and those industry that are badly affected during this pandemic. But at the same time, there are also many new industries pop up during pandemic. Like we see food delivery, right? Food delivery business, and a lot of people are making their cooking at house and selling the food and these things. So there are also many new positions pop up and in a very high demand during pandemic. For example, like just now you mentioned the digital marketing and also sales related these positions. So for the audience who are now listening to this show, right? So it is very good. I mean, especially for those who are working right now, it's extremely important for you guys to pick up new skill sets. Yeah, especially these new skill sets in order to sustain in the workforce, I would say.
Yeah, even keep the point. Even I also start to pick up, digital marketing skills. Yeah, that I learn how to do video. That even now, this thing also have to pick up and learn because everything is all online right now. So no choice, have to learn. And yeah, so that is that. So the first tips is the job. Do a very good job ads lah. Okay. So what's the second tip? After that, job ad done already. Second.
Okay, so the first tip is to relate your employer branding to the job ad. So this is the first tip. And the second one is you have to understand your job scopes well when you create your job ads. Yeah, job scopes, okay, or responsibilities we call. Because you know what, Charles? I have many clients whenever they want to engage my headhunting service, they actually expect we can deliver the talents suddenly instantly. Even though I know they are the one who pay.
I understand. I was there.
I know. Yeah, I appreciate that opportunity, and also well, I know that they are the person who paid, but still they have to understand first of all, the employer or the boss himself need to understand what is the person, what kind of talents that they want to hire. Okay, you know what? A lot of bosses, they have no idea what kind of persons they want. Okay, for example, I have clients just told me, hey Jess, I want to hire a very good business development person. So basically, this person have to manage my business law, have to get new businesses for my company, things like that. So then I have to ask a lot of questions, but in order for me to deliver the good talent for this client, so I asked him some of the questions, like for example, okay, so this person need to have what kind of backgrounds, okay, or in besides of helping you to source new businesses, like what's other things that this person need to do one. So basically, I need to ask a lot of questions before I start this hiring order. So the clients just tell me one thing, Jess, I can pay one. Salary is not an issue. Okay. 8,000, 10,000 also 冇問題, also okay one. So most importantly, this one must be 醒目啦. He has to understand what I want. Yeah. So
how do you
that's the
measure
problem.
醒目?
Yeah. Ayo, I pay already how many digits figure already? Still need me to teach him how to do things. Or still need me to teach me. I already pay him so high salary. Go and just figure out himself. So the thing is, you cannot do that lah. Basically, bosses out there or the employers out there, if you are planning to hire a people, right? First of all, you need to really understand what type of person you need. Okay. Second is, what's the job scopes you actually expect this person to deliver when this person join your company. So this is a very important thing. Okay, I understand sometimes that as an employer, we might also confuse what are the responsibilities that we expect this person to do. Okay, we admit that. So how we actually can make us clear about this is we try to write down the job scopes. So this is actually a very good way to clear our mind that or make us have a clearer directions when it comes to hire a people. So second tip is you need to have a clear JD, job descriptions and job scopes. Okay, so if you don't know, okay, if you just agak like that, never mind one. I mean, Google is our guru nowadays. Just type the keywords. Okay, let's say you want to hire a marketing manager, you try to just Google the marketing manager within your industries, similar to your industries. Then you can try to benchmark like this kind of positions are like earning how much salaries right now. So this is also very good kind of benchmarking when doing survey. Yeah. So I think this is the second tip. Don't be a boss that not sure what person you want. You just I want 醒目. I want this person.
I received that a lot last time.
Yeah.
I want 醒目, but how can you measure 醒目? I don't know how to measure. Even interview 2-3 times also very hard to see the fellow 醒目or not. Unless there's a way to interview and test lah. So if any recruiters out there, you know how to test this, you can let us know also.
I also I mean, okay, if let's say the person is very 醒目, I mean it's very smart, but also if you cannot give them a clear instructions, if you cannot give them a clear job scopes, it's very hard for you to define whether this person is good or not also. Right? I mean, how good is good, right? How to define this person, whether he or she have done a good job. And for this person also, if these persons, when they come to your company without a clear KPI or without a clear expectations, it's also very hard for these persons to deliver, to perform in your company. Yeah, so this is the things that I think as an employer, you might need to think of when you need to create the job advertisement.
Yes, I also seen before, like they're looking for sales manager. Job scope is increase company sales. That's all.
Very abstract.
Yes.
Like how to define this. I mean, yeah, this is the thing that's this is the scenarios we are facing, and many employers are facing this. They just want to hire the positions but without having a clear job scopes.
Yes.
Yeah, this is very important. Yeah, because another thing is if you do not have a very clear job scopes, right? Whenever the persons come to your company and you keep changing your mind and you keep changing the job scopes, it will somehow affect the employee also. It will somehow affect the employee. It's like, 我都唔知我老細想點嘅. I also don't know what my bosses want. Suddenly D, suddenly B, suddenly C. Very hard. Yeah,
Then
that's the
resignation
dilemma.
letter, then bye-bye.
Yeah. So that's why getting the first few steps done correct is very important, so that we can prevent the steps later on. Yeah. Steps very important.
So first is get employer branding for the job ad. Secondly is 100% please understand the job scope very, very, very well. Okay. I think another tip I can share as an owner as well. Okay. Before you do the JD, right? You do the process of your, let's say, sales department. Then the whole sales process. Okay. Do you call the client first, and then who's the one follow up, so on, so on, so on. You have all these steps, all these tasks, right? Then you can put it under the JD already. Okay, by looking at the Google, then you can lump up which one is what. Okay, because if you say salesperson to increase company revenue, that one is too abstract, and actually that's the job of CEO as well. The CEO also job to increase revenue, right? But what does the salesperson need to do specifically? Do they need to cold call, or do they need to go and find people? Okay, after cold call, do you follow up? So there are companies that split very well. I seen very good one. They split like, okay, under the sales department, there is 3 different job scope. One, they call it the sales coordinators. Okay, well, the lead generators. So these people, their focus is just to generate the lead. They work with the marketing people to generate as much leads as possible. And then pass it to the next category. They call it the sales coordinators. So basically, these people, what they do is they keep calling the leads and make appointment. They do the first level of selling. They make the appointment, and then they pass it to the next subdivision, which is the closers. Closers are the one meeting the client, talking to them, then close the thing. And then they'll pass it to the customer service. Customer service also got 1, 2, 3. So this one is very clear. So when they have their JD, right, it's very clear one. So you know specifically what these people do. So I think that is also add on to just second tips on how you can to understand your job scope very well, to tell to the candidate.
I think that is a very good tips. Okay, whenever you say the flow, the companies that having a very clear flow, we call SOP maybe, right? And systematic. So many of those MNCs or big companies, right, I believe it's no problem for them, because they are so well established already. They already have a very completed system for them to follow. But the thing is, there are many startups nowadays. Yeah, in fact, during pandemic is even more. I just read a survey. According to the SSM last year, right, there are more than I forget how's the figures already. But the thing is, there are many startups popping up. During this pandemic. So, if you are a startups, or if you are SMEs, right, I think SMEs or startups, they have to learn on how to form a good system and structure. Because eventually also your company will be expanding. If without a good system or what, right, people will get very confused about their job scopes. And they have a lot of doubts in their mind, and they might also having some doubts like, I do a lot of things, how come my salary remain the same?
Yes, exactly. And then it's also from the management point of view. If you have a system, then things will be more, I would say, semi-automated. Okay, if not, right, if you don't have a system, the CEO himself, the boss himself, will need to monitor every single thing that every single person do. Then it will be Cantonese we call it lawful lisan lah. Okay, so always good to have the systematic SOP to create the
I think a lot of bosses are struggling. Sometimes they don't know how, like what you said, when you said they are very tired, they're making themselves exhausted, is because they do not know how to manage the employees in a proper way. In terms of maybe communication wise, in terms of system wise, there might be a lot of factors. I think this could be our next topic. How to manage people. This topic is actually quite wide. Okay, talking about the last tips, right? Just now we mentioned 2 tips already. So the first is employer branding matters, that you need to relate your employer branding in your job ad. Second is Yeah. Second is you need to understand your job scopes well and put your job scopes in as detailed as possible in the job ad. And the third thing is like we share just now as well. The third thing is we need to understand what is the non-monetary factors that you could relate to your job ad in terms of only money. Yep. These are the very important things. Okay, so it sounds like maybe like a very general kind of things, right? Okay, let me make it more let me make it more specific. So when you think of non-monetary factors, right, perhaps you could think of like things like career advancement opportunity, whether you have career advancement opportunity or not when working in your company. Second is how about like do you provide any guidance support? How about overseas exposure? I tell you, overseas exposure, a lot of people love one. Okay,
Yes.
if your company can offer overseas exposure, let's say your company is going to expand and they will have relocation opportunity, you gotta highlight this. This is, trust me, this is a very good selling point. And what about let me think. Okay, how about vouchers, discounts? Okay, let's say if you have a chance work at Airbnb, or if you have a chance work in 5-star hotels, then you might have some vouchers, right? Or free stay, something like that. So these are the things, these are the perks. These are the perks that you need to think of. What's the perks that your company could offer, and try to add these perks in the job ad. So this is the things that you can attract the people to join you. Yeah. If you talk about salary, I mean, more or less also same lah, right? I
Yes.
mean, most industry also offer more or less also same kind of salaries one. But what are other things besides of salaries you could offer? So these are
Yes.
things that you could think of.
Yeah, to
Yeah.
add on that one, I actually read article I think last week. They were saying that especially the Gen Z now, the Gen Z now, money is not really the most important thing to them, because money is important in olden times, because last time people work for survival. Okay, people, no matter what the boss do, they scold them, they slap them, whatever, they will still work because they need the money to survive. And then on the second generation after after that, people work for the standard of living. This is where the people, they actually work to buy a house, buy a car, have a better, instead of eating mama every day, can at least eat restaurant once a week. This kind of standard of living. But right now, Gen Z, right, they are more looking for quality of life. Quality of life, like things like work-life balance, good mental health. They can get discounts here and there. This is what they are looking for. So I think perhaps by having this information, bosses out there can include something like this, that you mentioned, non-monetary benefits that can give them the satisfaction, I would say, happy, and attract them as well. Bean bags is one of it. Okay, that's one small part of it only. Okay. And then even bean bags and PlayStation in office now, this don't work already. Because Gen Z, they're very smart. Okay, they know that you put the PS4 at the office, I confirm no time to play one. Okay, so
Confirm I need to OT.
Yes, they confirm they're very smart. So I think in a way, is employers nowadays also, like even ourselves, we need to learn how to change and adapt as well, to be able to attract the Gen Z candidates, because entrepreneurship is also a lifelong learning process also. All right, so I see Eden is here. Okay, Eden is our
hi,
founder
Eden.
of Venture Grab. Okay, so love your sharing. This more challenging. Yes, it's very challenging to find candidate, but he asked a very interesting question, which we have been discussing especially. Okay, so let me share that. So
Is it, how about offerings, entrepreneurships? Oh, that's thanks for highlighting this, Eden. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, and I love these terms called entrepreneurships, because you know what? I actually foresee the coming job trend, right? Hiring trend is more and more young people that don't want to work anymore, and they always want to become entrepreneurs. Yep. And but to be very honest to say, right, whether you like it or not, actually not everybody are suitable to become entrepreneur. You must have what it takes to become entrepreneur, right? So, but if you don't have the traits to become entrepreneur, doesn't mean that you are not successful. So a lot of people always think that I must be entrepreneur to prove that I'm successful. No, there's no such thing. Okay, I have a lot of friends of mine, right? They're already a CEO or C levels. Oh my god, they are so successful. They are earning about 5-6 digits per month. That's what we call them 打工皇帝啦, work like a boss, really. And they really have the traits to do it so well in the corporate world. Okay, so these are the things that most some companies that can consider about this entrepreneurship chances. Offer them resources, support them, to groom them to be entrepreneur. Yeah, and this is a very good way to retain them. Yeah,
Yes.
I always believe that coaching, guidance, support, these are the best ways to retain talents. Yeah.
Correct.
Don't be like those days, like those days the bosses, right? They don't care one ma. They just instruct you to do your job, right? You faster gao tim your things, that's it. But nowadays, right, if you want to retain people, you must need to learn how to communicate with them. You must need how to take care of their feelings. And you
Correct.
must also provide them resources and support. Yeah, otherwise 我都唔想跟你啦。
You have to learn
Right, to be
everything
very
also. Yeah.
correct. Yeah. So that's the ways lah when we talk about how to attract people.
I also to add on the entrepreneurship thing also because recently I talked to a few law firms and also the accounting firm as well. Because nowadays also it's very, very hard to hire accountant as well, junior lawyers as well, because the big firms will support them. So what all the smaller or medium ones, what they do is they offer entrepreneurship law. Like you work together with me, okay, then whatever job I get is we earn together, that kind of thing. And then they found out that this way works a lot better as compared to hiring a full-time. So yeah, bosses out there can think about this. Even we ourselves, we are looking into this on how we can create entrepreneurship programs for more people to work together with us to achieve our vision.
This is called talking about this is one of the company culture. Okay, this time we talk about employer branding. So first of all, when you need to do your employer branding, you need to understand what company cultures you are offering. So the first one of the most and more common company cultures is collaborative culture. Yeah, like just now you mentioned, you want to create this entrepreneurial kind of environments for your employees. So this is also, we call it a collaborative culture, right? So you want to, instead of treating them as salary earner, but you need to learn how to collaborate with them. So instead of just offering salary, so just offer profit sharing. Yeah. So people will actually eventually stay with you. And this culture is getting more and more common these days, especially for startups, because we all need to retain talents. Yeah.
Yeah. See, Eden is showing his sumsy already. See, I think the difficult part of being a boss is need to use different attitude method towards different types of people. Yes, in a way, yes. Okay, totally agree. And then taking care of their feelings is very challenging.
I agree that Eden's I myself I have a team of almost 20 persons, so it's very challenging as well. So let me share with you my journey. When I just started my business, it's only two of us, me and my partner. Then slowly we expanding our team. So initially also I feel very hard and sunful, I need to take care of their feelings, this and that. And after a while, when my team is expanding, and I told myself, okay, I will just do whatever I can, and I will just do it until 问心无愧, in Chinese, do it as the best as I can. Then the other things, right, I wouldn't blame myself anymore. Because being a good boss, one of the traits of being a good boss or good leader is you need to make sure company is making money, is earning. That's the ultimate goal. So no matter how good I am to take care of your feelings also, if the company is not making any profit or any progress, nobody is beneficial from that company. So if let's say I already done my part to, take care of your feeling, but you still like that, you still this kind of attitude you still cannot grow you still sorry I'm so sorry, because I cannot allow these persons to affect the rest of my team.
Correct.
I can't. So sorry that I have to say that being a boss, we cannot please everybody. We really
Yes.
cannot please.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
So this is the hardest part lah. Nobody love to being hated, but no
No choice.
choice that we have to. Yeah, no choice. Yeah.
Yeah, and then one more question he asked, like, what should we do to improve loyalty?
What is the things to improve loyalty? Okay. Maybe I share with you my experience based on my some of my 2 cents and my experience. So far, quite fortunate to say that my team is still together with me ever since I started my business, and they're still together with me. So I treat them really genuinely lah. First of all, the first thing, I treat them really genuinely, because you treat the person genuinely or not, people can feel one. People can feel. Yes. Yeah, I really treat them very genuinely, and I talk to them always. Yeah, I mean, if my team is listening the show, right, that actually they would understand this. Even though I know that a lot of bosses, they don't like to spend time talking to their employees because it's time consuming, right? But I feel that this is a crucial part for me to do it. Because when I communicate very often with my team, right, they would have this 默契. They would eventually understand what I want easily. Yeah, so this is the thing that very important. Treat them genuinely, talk to them, and then to keep their loyalty, right? You said the questions that I always ask my team is what they eventually want to achieve in their life, and I will try my best to help them to achieve that together. Okay, for example, when my partners just joined me to start these recruitment firms, right? I know that her ultimate goal is to buy a house, because she is from a small place in Malaysia, and then she alone, come to KL and work, and her dream is to own a house. Okay, so I understand that. I remember here in my mind, even though during that time it's impossible for me to fulfill during the time, but I remember that. So after 2-3 years like that, when our company is making good profit already, right, then I help her to achieve her dream. So this is the things that I will remember what they want in their life. And then I also have, because different people have different dreams one. My another teams, like I have one team members, it's like she wants to have her own video production house, okay, because she loves films a lot. Okay, she have a very strong passions in filmmaking. So I told her, this kind of dreams, right, I would remember in my heart. I would remember that. So whenever company is making profits, I would not forget about this. So I think this is the things that we need to know how to help our team to achieve their dreams, so that they could actually have the sense of belonging working for us.
Yes.
What's Eden saying?
I laugh. I laugh a while because I saw Eden say I cook for Charles also. Yes. Okay, Eden cook for me sometimes also. Yeah, when his mood calm, he will cook for every one of us lah. Okay, we can
So
see that
nice.
he's doing his best lah to work together, create the more cheat. So that's why I'm here. I'm still here, I'm still fighting. Saturday, Sunday still work. Yeah, so that's the thing lah. Okay, we can
That's
try
very
to work
important.
and partner together to grow bigger. Yes. Okay, we actually we can actually the loyalty thing, right? We can have another session to talk, because it's a very also another wide topic as well. But
That's
today,
actually under the topic of managing people.
yes, managing people. But today's is
Yeah.
about attracting people first. Then management one,
Yep.
that one we can talk another 1 hour lah.
Second
Okay.
episode already.
Yeah, second episode. Yeah, and then we also
Yeah.
can have a Yamcha session. Yeah.
Yeah.
So because the time constraint, we would like to stop that one here. Okay, today we talk about attracting people. So let me share the tips that Jet shared just now. So I actually typed out already. Okay, so number one is to relate the employer branding. Okay, employer branding to your job ads. So job ads very important. Don't just write, okay, Venturecraft is hiring, salary 3,000, and then finish. Okay, it doesn't work that way. Okay, so relate your employer branding. Secondly, is to understand the job scope very well. Also, same thing. Don't just say I'm looking for salespeople, salary 3,000. Then that's all. They need to provide what's the job scope. What is the person need to do, what they need to achieve, and how can they achieve, and what they can achieve. Okay, and then third thing is understand the monetary benefit that you can give. Okay, including the like things like for Venturecraft lah. Okay, the non-monetary thing, you can work together with CEOs and also aspiring entrepreneurs. Okay, one great example is the Ellie Zhenwei. Okay, you can work together with him, and then because we work together with a lot of F&B owners as well, sometimes you do have perks to go their place to makan for free also. Okay, so this one no promises. This one is also need to be the boss side lah. Okay, and then the additional thing that we chat about just now is the way to retain real talents is also by giving coaching and also guidance to the talents lah, by providing them the resources and also the experience that is hard to find in other places. Okay, so that is a summary of the whole sharing today by Jess. Okay, so before we conclude, Jess, do you have any last thing that you'd like to share with everybody out there before we let you go?
So far, no. But perhaps for employers lah, because venture grabs mostly are for employers, right, and business owners. So because I always heard many employers always complain about the Gen Z, and they always complain that Gen Z are very hard to manage. They're very hard to handle them. They keep changing, and they cannot take stress. This and that. But to be fair to say lah, for Gen Z, I see them as a very creative kind of talents. Yeah. Because probably because of their probably about their upbringings, they're born in this kind of technology era, so they are very bubbly and they could be very creative. So as if let's say, okay, for my slogan in my company, we believe JEB Management, our slogan is achieving business success with right talents. I always believe in that. Okay, no matter what kind of business that you are planning to run or what kind of business that you are running, the success is always rely on people. So instead of keep on complaining the people not good this and not good lah. So I think being a boss, right, we need to learn how to be adaptive. Like just now, Charles, you did mention this word adaptive. I think this is very important. Yeah, otherwise you do it alone, cannot, right? We need to rely on the new talents to manage the workforce. So that's why being adaptive, and we need to understand how to attract people and how to manage people. This is a very, very important thing.
Yes,
that's my advices lah for this show. Yeah.
Totally agree with you, Jess. Okay, so thank you, Jess. Thank you for being here and giving us the employers great insights on how to attract right candidate. Okay, so also we would like to have you back in the future episodes to talk more about management and also retaining.
No problem.
Kind of thing lah. Okay, so thank you so much, Jess, for being here. Okay, I will see you again soon. We yum cha soon. Okay, see you.
Sure,
Bye-bye.
yum cha in your shop. Bye.
Yes, bye-bye. So that's that. So we have Jess from Job Majestic that shared about how to attract the right candidate. I keep thinking the how to find. Okay, now we changed that a bit. So she shared the 3 tips on how to attract the right candidate to your company. Okay, so if you missed the whole thing, never mind, you can rewatch the whole thing again. Right. So that is the end for today. So once again, thank you so much, everybody, for watching. Thank you so much for your time. I hope that just sharing and also our discussion can give you a little bit more insight and knowledge on how to get your talents better. All right. So once again, thank you so much, everybody. Okay. So Kang Tao Show will be happening every Friday and Saturday at 8 p.m. on our Business Kang Tao Show Facebook page. All right. So if you'd like to see more, learn more from the guests that we invited, do follow our page Business Kang Tao Show on our Facebook, and then do tune in every Friday and Saturday for many, many great Kang Taos. All right, so that's all for today. Okay, my name is Charles. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next episode.